My next question is, what are the ways to improve your credit score? So, what are the zones of scores out here, which is, whatever, good, bad, ugly, or whichever way you look at it, and from there,
So like
how do I
yeah,
improve? Yeah.
right. Like I said, 300 is the base score. So obviously, if you have a 300 or a 400, it's not a good score to have, and 900 is the highest. So anything above a 750 to a 900 is a good score, right? Now, what do you do to actually have a good score? And I think it is a science. It is not. It's not a thing that it'll just happen like that. So it's a science basically. So the first critical thing to have a good score, like I said, the score considers into it the credit history of a customer, his repayment track record, his outstanding debts, the loan tenors that he's run, the credit mix between secured and unsecured. So I think the first critical thing is the guy making timely credit repayments, right? What generally happens is sometimes you borrow, and especially it's in the longer tenor loans where it's a PDC backed loan, you forget to either replace your PDCs, or you forget to have fund balance in the this thing, so it bounces. I think that is something which is a big no. So I think the guy, what he should do is either he should, if I am a guy who is has to go for a PDC back kind of a loan, I should put a alarm on my phone which reminds me, yes, I need to have money in the account, or I need to go by the digital modes of payment, which automatically will debit. But yes, again, I need to have a balance in my account, otherwise it's not clear, the thing. Second, I think what happens generally is, I've seen that happen, especially in business entities where I get a credit limit which is higher, and I end up borrowing more than what I require, right? So
Mm.
I think that credit limit to credit utilization ratio, I think, is a very, very critical thing. And if I were to talk about similarly on the credit card thing, I get credit cards for free, and I get 4 5 credit cards, and because I have a credit card, and I don't remember that I have to pay them back, so I max out my credit cards, and then don't pay them on time. I try to rotate. I think that's one critical thing which I need to keep in mind. The other thing is that for a lender today, he looks into a borrower, whether what is the kind of mix that he's having. Is he able to handle a secured and unsecured loan, a short term or long term loan? Can he handle credit cards? Is he rotating the credit card payment, or is he paying it on time? So I think getting a good credit mix, I think, is also a critical thing which is there. The other thing is to keep a track on your credit report. What has been happening of late is that what we've been seeing is that there are entries which come in, which is a loan which you've not applied. So somebody is maybe taken your PAN card somewhere, or something, and there's an entry which is coming. So I think what is very critical for us to do is to look at our reports regularly, and if we identify any loan which we've not taken, or any payment that we made but is reflecting as a payment which is not being paid, I think what is very, very critical for us is to ensure we go back to the financial institution, or come to a bureau and say that hey, this is not something which I've taken. I think so. Basically, these are the four critical things for us, to ensure that our credit score improves, or at least it is there where it is should be.